speak today about mostly about the diet of pets because we have pets and we are very time as pet parents very confused that what we can give them. Kibbles is one of the easy to go hand where we can just go pick up a kibble because usually when you get a new pet at home, the vets will tell you to go and pick up a kibble. But how bad it is, I've already spoken about that. Maybe I will once speak in more details about why it's so bad and everything. But just to help you out for new pet parents or pet parents who are already feeding their animals kibbles, what is it that you can do to feed them? We know meat is one of the most important, protein is one of the most important ingredient for them. That's what they need. So when I talk about meat, it's not only about chicken, it's about getting more varieties in the food. As human beings, we want variety in our food. So same thing, they need variety. They also have taste buds. Although the taste buds are not as strong as humans, but they have taste buds equally, and they have the taste buds for everything like sweet, sour, bitter. They have all these taste buds with them. And more importantly, their olfactory system is very active, more active than a human's olfactory system. So it's only with the smell of the food also they start salivating. You show them one piece of cheese or something like that, which they really love, they'll start drooling. So this gives us a proof that animals also need a certain variety of food. So when we are talking about proteins, it's not only about chicken, it's red meat. You can give them, there are variety of meats that's available. And the reason why we need to give them variety of meats is if you give them only chicken all their life, they will gradually form allergy to chicken, and that time then transiting from one meat to another could be difficult. So there is mutton, there is red meat, there is chicken, there are egg yolk is very good for them. Good fats is a very important aspect for them. So egg yolk is there. Fish is very good for them. We always think fish is very related to cats, but dogs equally need fish. The omega-3 is coming from fish. If you're giving them a supplement, which is a fish oil, you have to be very careful that it doesn't get rancid, because fish oils or fish capsules get rancid very fast. So you'll have to get only a small portion of the fish oil and give them regular. Fish oil should be in the diet regular. You can give them vegetables like broccoli, beans, carrots. You can ferment the vegetables, which is very good for the gut. You can give them herbs like oregano, which I've spoken about. Oregano, why it's good, it also helps them to deworm themselves. Oregano is one of the essential oils. Also, when we use as essential oils, it's one of the most powerful essential oils for small kids as well as for animals. But in animals, we use it in very small quantity because it's a very potent oil. So oregano as a herb, if you put it in the food, it will help them also to deworm naturally. Then you have turmeric. We know the power of turmeric in humans, but it's equally very good for animals. Coconut oil can be added with that. That's usually the golden paste that the West has given the name. It's basically our haldi and our coconut oil, which is mixed and put in their food or given them directly also can be given to them. Then we have a lot of fermented vegetables like beetroots, cabbage, carrots. Onion is a complete no-no. It's poisonous for them. So you cannot give them anything with onion. So this is about the food. There are a lot of things that can be added. Then again, in natural herbs, milk thistle is there, which is a natural detoxifier. But you need to get in touch with a canine nutritionist to see how much of the milk thistle you have to give them. When dogs have kidney issues or liver issues, milk thistle is one of the natural ingredients which is given them to them. Nowadays, they are also made natural medicines out of milk thistle to detoxify their liver and kidney. So if you start putting milk thistle in the food regularly, little bit in a period of time, you actually naturally from a young age letting them detoxify their organs very nice way. Another very important food for them is pumpkin. Pumpkin also helps them in diarrhea, in any kind of diarrhea or stomach issues. If they have bloating issues, only giving them little pumpkin and chicken broth will help them calm their stomach down. Even dudi, which is our vegetable, is very good for them. These are all water-based vegetables, but they are there in your kitchen, and that can be used for your dog. You can just mix chicken and these vegetables, 5 to 10% of vegetable, and about 70 to 80% of the protein, and these herbs you can put. And actually, you can prepare these food and give your dog a much healthy life and a long life. Kibble is going to decrease the lifespan of your dog or your cat, and it's going to get more complications also. But homemade fresh food is going to give them a better life and a quality of life also. Another thing for dogs who have constipation, you can put the Hasnan rusk in their food every day, like just little bit, start putting little bit of that, and you can start giving them that so that their system is also cleared. So these are these natural things you can actually use for your pets, and you can give them a better life, and you can also be less stressed, because when an animal is not well, because your animal cannot speak, you're guessing ki ye, this will be a problem and that will be a problem. And sometimes vet are even not able to diagnose the issue because the animal cannot speak. It's only through the symptoms you are guessing what's the issue. So start incorporating these things and you will start seeing the different changes. Skin issues are going to be helped. Fish oil is very good for the skin. Coconut oil is very good for the skin. You can apply the coconut oil wherever they are having skin issues. And you can put aloe vera for them. So these are natural things which is there in your house, but probably you're not aware that these can be used for pets. It's very safe to use for pets. Those who cannot give fish because where they're vegetarians and they don't like the smell of fish, nowadays fish powder is easily available with a lot of canine nutritionists. They're making fish powder out of these bones and fishes. That can be given to you, put added to the vegetarian meal also if you're giving a vegetarian meal to them. So that way you are already incorporating a lot of meat to them, being a vegetarian house also. So these are the tips for today, and I hope you enjoy it and incorporate this in the life of your pet. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. That was amazing. I was sitting down quietly and saying, my God, I didn't realize there's so much more that can be done with my Luna and with other people. So thank you so much, Aarti. That's a birthday feast for them too today. Let's